Alright, so now I'm just going to talk a bit about adding details and where to put some details and stuff like that. So just going to reduce the opacity a bit and then just draw on top. And one of the first places you can add detail is this middle area going down. Kind of comes around the chest and then it goes down like that. And goes down the tail. And this is really good for separating areas, so it's a bit hard to see, so I might just block it in with a tone. I think that's what I'll do. Just block this in. And you can see how it really helps to describe how the form turns. So here we see, that's a side, and then it goes up to a front view and then back to a side. We can actually make that more like that. So it just reads a bit more clearly. Then you can strengthen the shadows underneath some of these scales. Other things you can do are adding more bumps to the contours of things. So let's say these arms could have, little bumps. It doesn't have to be so smooth here and there. You can make spiky parts, especially on the back. You can add spikes there. Strengthen some of these scales as well. And I'm not going to detail everything. I just want to give you an idea of the type of things you can do to add detail. For these horns, you can make them just a bit more irregular, so they're not so straight. And I don't really like it like that, but maybe add more sets of horns. I'll just zoom in so you can see that better. So now I'm just, making everything more rough and wobbly. And maybe the teeth kind of come into the mouth in places. And I don't really like that, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I think I like smaller teeth, but maybe I'll describe where the nostril is more. And just adding little scales everywhere, areas around the eye where there would be maybe wrinkles. Things like that in the face. You can just add so many details because it's a dragon and it's got this kind of rough skin usually. I'm sure you could do a smooth skin dragon. with different qualities, but for this one it's pretty easy to just, you know, add marks here and there. For things like the wings, you could break up the edge of this a bit. It's almost like at parts you can add you know, holes so it looks really worn. You know, add the claw. You can just add more details around where the skin is, add folds, wrinkles, creases, all that good stuff. Really highlight the sharpness of the claws, maybe use a different color. Show how the claw sits in there. And, you know, add shadows where you need to show things on top of other things. So basically, yeah, you can just add tons and tons of details. Look for areas where scales go over other scales and then add those. Just see what you can do. You can add scales on top of scales, spikes on top of spikes, extra horns, just anything. So yeah, play around, see what you can come up with, and have fun. So in the next part, I'm going to show you, probably in time lapse, just some other poses you can do with the dragon body.